cold monster of a game. And without any further ado, we're going to get our week 3 player of the week. It's Ryan Williams who's going to join the show. You good?
Yes, sir.
All right. And there he is. Ryan Williams this week goes 16 carries, 105 yards. He's got 2 touchdowns, a 2-point conversion, and a tackle for loss. You were busy this week on Friday, Ryan.
Yes, sir.
So when you got out there, you guys have had obviously a tougher start to the season than I think anybody would have wanted. But, you guys kept your head down, got it ready to go. As you're getting ready, you're going to carry the ball because the rain was pouring. Did you have to change your mindset, or were you just ready to go anyway?
I was ready to go. I think we had to switch up our game plan a little bit. We definitely wanted to get a few of our guys out in space, but obviously in a cold, rainy one like that, it's going to be tough to throw the ball. So had to utilize the run game, big boys up front, got great pushes, and really helped us move the ball downfield.
Yeah, and you know what? You talk about the big boys up front. You guys certainly have just that, an absolute monster line that you get to run behind. This year, averaging right around 6.5 yards per carry. That's a far cry from last year. What is the biggest difference with this line? Do you just have some time to get a couple steps?
Yeah, I mean, obviously bringing the 2 guys over from Lakeside have definitely helped and have showed some of our guys some things that they know. And if you guys, put the work in the off season in, getting bigger in the weight room and being able to move people, and it's certainly helped.
Yeah, so, one of the big things when you have a rainy game like that, and obviously it got you a couple times. I don't think you fumbled. I know that the ball was going all over the place, but, what are some of the things you do to make sure you're securing that ball? Because it tends to get free in that kind of environment.
Yeah, just cover both tips, make sure you're holding on to the ball through contact, keeping it secure, and, you got to lose a couple yards to keep that ball, and, it's what you got to do.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big one right there. You're not just a part of the rushing game over here at St. John. You also play a part in the receiving game as well. It's been said that you've got the best hands for a big man out there in the county. Is that something you're working on in the offseason, or do you naturally just have good palms?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, Coach Bento likes to throw the ball a lot, so definitely need to be able to catch the ball if you're playing for the St. John Heralds.
Yeah, so, in the backfield back there, you get to run a lot more this year, but, you're catching the ball. Which one do you like more? You like those screen passes where you can get out there and lay headaches, or do you like to run in between the tackle and ruin a linebacker's day?
Yeah, there's nothing like running the ball and playing smash mouth football.
3 yards and a cloud of dust. So, you get to play on both sides of the ball. Obviously, you had a tackle for loss in that game as well, manning the middle. And as the senior this year, I think a lot of guys are going to be looking to you, especially the man in the middle, to kind of read that offense and that sort of thing. Do you spend a lot of time looking over film, working with your coaches, trying to learn tendencies?
Yeah, I mean, having Coach Fry this year has definitely helped. He labels all of our film, and it definitely helps you to prepare for a game like that. With having a coach like that to be able to talk to before the game definitely gets you ready to go, for sure.
So what'd you do to stay warm in that one, man? Because it was cold. It was cold. It was rainy, or was it just the fact that you were so active? Is that what kept you going?
Yeah, I mean, the adrenaline. You can't even tell when you're playing. You don't even know it's cold outside.
So, you come in this year, you're a 4-year letter winner for this football program, taking on a bigger role. I think you knew you were going to take on a big role coming into this year, but, going from that junior year to that senior year, it's a year of transition. A lot of people take leadership and that sort of thing. What were some of the things you were looking to make sure you got accomplished coming in this year as the senior on this football team?
Definitely just the team chemistry, had some new starters out there this year for sure. So just being able to work as a unit and get it done as a team, that was the biggest goal heading into the season for sure.
What were some of the things that you did in the offseason to kind of prep? Whether it was, I know you got the name the Quad God, so you spent quite a bit of time in the gym. But what are some of the other things you did to make sure Ryan Williams was out there bashing in helmets?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the weight room is a big part of the off season, but just going to all the summer workouts this year for sure. We had our most guys at summer workouts in June and July, so that definitely helps. Being in the weight room, doing conditioning in the summer, and getting ready for the season for sure.
Now, as a senior, do you feel like you played a part? You know, you've got quite a few seniors on this team, but, you know, you guys did have a really good number of kids who were coming to the non-mandatory stuff, making sure they're getting in there. Was that something that you, as a group of seniors, or you just as an individual, told these younger guys, if we want to get better, you got to be here?
Yeah, I mean, day one, June 1st, made a group chat with everybody that was planning on playing and said, hey, you know, get out to the workouts. Definitely helps for sure. Get into condition, get into the weight room.
Now, in the off season, you know, outside of spending time in the gym and that sort of thing, what are some of the other sports that you take part in?
Baseball.
Yeah. I'd say you play a little bit of baseball. So how do you think that kind of translates with football, whether it's the competitive edge or just seeing, you know, guys that were playing at a top level? Because you've been a travel ball player, you've played at a very high level for a long time.
Yeah, just being disciplined, wanting to win, being around your teammates all the time, and just things like that. Just the little things that get you prepared to compete in any kind of sport.
Yeah, you know, when you guys go out there and you play baseball, one of the things with baseball is it's a long season. You know, in Ohio, baseball is seemingly like a 10-month sport, you know, which sometimes can put you a little bit behind. Do you find that that's what happens with you, or are you keeping your mind to keep that body ready?
Yeah, just preparing all year. You know, the Severinos have that cage down in the shop on over there on whatever street it is, West 51st or whatever. But yeah, definitely just hitting year round, staying prepared, and just getting ready for the season all year.
So, you know, you had a big game against Beechwood. You guys have a big game coming up this week against a very, very talented Steubenville Catholic Central. Now, they have to make the 2-hour trek this way this year. So what are some of the things that you want to make sure you get accomplished and give them a welcome to the shores of Lake Erie?
Yeah, I mean, they do a lot of things right. That's what they did. They did that last year too. They don't do anything special. They just do it right. So everybody's just doing their assignments this week and getting done what they need to get done is definitely what's going to make us succeed.
So, you know, you play on offense, you play on defense. Which one do you like doing more?
There's nothing like scoring a touchdown. There's no feeling like that.
So, you know, in the backfield this year, you get joined by another senior and another guy that I'm pretty sure you're pretty familiar with, as you guys have played not just football but baseball together forever, and Will Anderson, who was a standout, a phenomenal receiver, going back there to help you out with the halfback role. Was that something that took a little bit of getting used to, or were you guys just ready to go right off the gate?
Yeah, I mean, having a bigger line this year and running the ball more, obviously, you know, being able to utilize two guys out of the backfield it's huge. And, you know, there's, you know, times where I'm blocking for him, he's blocking for me. We're opening holes for each other. So it's, you know, it's great. It's so fun.
Well, yeah, I mean, most of the time when you have a two-back set like that, I always call it the thunder and lightning effect. You've got the boomer and the zoomer, but you guys both seem to like to block for each other. You know, it works out well, including that, you know, that 20-yarder that Anderson runs into the end zone against Beechwood. I saw you lay somebody flat on their back. So, you know, coming up, you've got obviously the Steubenville Central or Catholic Central game. You know, what are some of the other games that you're really, really hyped up for? I know one in particular that is stamped, sealed, and ready to go at St. John.
Yeah, Fairport. For sure. Definitely Fairport. Can't wait for that game. In the Skipper Dome, it's going to be a good time.
Yeah. You know, last year you guys played in you know, a torrential downpour, and it was a little bit tougher for you guys. I don't know that that's going to make such a huge difference this year.
Yeah, I mean, it does. Bring it on. You know, it worked against Beechwood. So that'll be a fun one for sure.
So what are some things, before I let you go, what are some things that you want to get accomplished this year, your final high school year of football?
It'd be awesome to make the playoffs. It'd be the first time in, 6 years? And
yeah,
that'd be awesome. Bring it back to the St. John and go to the playoffs and hopefully maybe win a playoff game.
I'll tell you what, that's a heck of a goal right there. It's playoff talk over here at St. John. I'll tell you what, this week's player of the week, ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Williams, the bulldozer himself.
Thanks for having me.